All right, friends, it's T-Man. I'm back with a new video. It's on JasonBlaha, our good friend. Yes, gonna do a reaction video again today on him. The gym lifting, recruiting, lifting slave. Let's see what he has to say. Blaha says, chasing motivation is killing your gains. Really? How does a motivation kill your gains? But okay. I don't know what that has to do with gains, but let's find out.
Hey everybody, it's JasonBlaha here. I thought I would sit down and do a video for you guys and gals, but let me give you guys a bicep shot first.
Well, success. It looks like it's working. He's aged 30 years. How could somebody in 3 years age 30 years in 3 years so fast? It's incredible. Man, just 3 years ago, it didn't look that bad. And then 3 years later, he looks like he's 80. How does somebody go jump from who just turned 47, looks 80? This is just, I don't know. He looks very dried out. What's going on here? What's with this physique?
My bicep is. Got this tricep veins coming.
Is it? What was that? Bicep look dead.
Alright, let's get over it.
They look disproportional. Your arms, they don't even look the same. Like I know that they're not going to look perfectly the same from one side to the other because one arm's always being used more than the other sometimes or whatever. But I mean, come on, man, it's so disproportionate. Holy.
Talk about this. This is something that in my 25 years in the iron game and my well over a decade of making.
This is epigenetic, man. This is damage. This body is damaged.
Content, coaching, all of this stuff that I have invariably found to be true. And
Content and coaching, okay. Somebody to lift a weight, to be successful at accelerated aging like Blaha is. He's perfected the game of, man, if there's somebody that has perfected accelerated aging, Blaha has definitely perfected how to accelerate aging by being a lifting gym slave, yes.
that is chasing motivation.
Yes.
Kills your gains. In other words, people who obsess over motivation, who are...
Isn't that you, Blaha? You're motivated. Yeah, motivation. You chase motivation.
Always looking for ways to get motivated.
Okay.
Always looking for that new hype. You need a hype man. Okay?
Isn't that Blaha right now? He's all motivated about bodybuilding. He dropped powerlifting. Now he loves bodybuilding. He's really, like this guy wrote in the comments section, condescending and all that kind of stuff. I don't understand. Blaha, he hated bodybuilding and all of a sudden he likes it. Yeah, okay.
You need a hype man, you're not gonna make it. In fact, you shouldn't be focusing on that. And look, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with having one.
Yeah.
Having a gym buddy who will hype you, sometimes a coach who will hype you,
okay.
Workout partner.
Yeah.
Look, having that little bit of external validation and motivation can be valuable from time to time.
Sure can.
Okay? It can be useful, and I don't want to downplay that. Sorry, my nose is itching a little. Keep that in. I don't want to downplay that it can be nice from time to time, but the problem is that when people become reliant on it, okay? Does anyone think that that's the key to success? In other words, all the people who are really successful year after year after year after year.
Are you saying you're not successful? Oh wait. Are you saying you're successful year after year accelerated aging? Yes, Blaha, you are very successful at it.
Do you think they rely on that? Do you think, and we're not even talking about training or fitness. We're talking about anything in life. What do all of the best experts in the world tell you on everything, the best advice? You have to be process-oriented, not outcome-oriented.
You do? I didn't know that.
It means you fall in love with the process. Also means
Blaha's fall in love with the process of accelerated aging and becoming a lifting slave in the gym. Wow. Okay.
Establish habits, okay? Motivation is fleeting. You can only dig so deep. And here's the thing. We're not always going to be motivated, okay? I mean, deadlift is my favorite lift. Today was deadlift day for me. I got up and did some heavy deadlifts on camera. I love deadlifts. I can tell you there are days when my posterior chain or deadlift day gets here to where I go. I get up that morning and go, I sure as hell don't want a deadlift.
Yeah, me too, man. I sure as heck don't want a deadlift, yes.
But guess what?
What?
We don't need motivation.
We don't? What do we?
Same thing
What do we need? Accelerated aging?
with your dieting. Let's say that you are needing to diet, you are working on losing weight, and you're like,
Yes, I'm dieting. And that's just another word for I'm starving myself. Starvation diet, because they don't know how to do it. They don't understand that your body would go back to homeostasis if you were to eat your natural diet, which is what? Water and meat. What do humans drink in nature? Water. What do they eat? Meat. What happens when you do that? Goes back to homeostasis. You don't need to lift weights.
oh man, another meal of chicken and vegetables.
Did he say chicken and vegetables? That's like the cheapest stuff that people eat, man. That's nasty. Chicken is a carnivore animal. It's the most nastiest animal. Chicken is the cheapest source of animal protein that you can eat, but it's putrid. Chicken. Vegetables, of course. The toxic vegetables, yes, okay.
See, do you really need to be motivated? No, of course you're not motivated.
Do you need to be motivated to eat your slave diet? Of course not. You've been raised on it. What do you expect, huh? Huh.
But when we set goals, what do? We rely on our habits. Okay? When you set goals, the strategy should be, what strategies do I need to develop? What habits do I...
Maybe you're not relying on your habits. Maybe you're relying on your slave diet, your drug-induced carbohydrate slave diet. It's pushing you to do these things. Did you ever think about that? That's what's doing it. It's pushing you to do all these weird things.
I need to develop to do this? Because we don't rely on motivation and willpower. Like, again, people say, well, you just need more willpower. Yeah, 9 out of 10 times, those aren't people who've been successful for a decade straight, I can tell you that much.
You think anybody in nature was doing any of these so-called circus acts like he's talking about in nature? They weren't doing any of those things, man. They were enjoying nature, walking around, hunting, spending time with the groups, maybe around a fire, a bunch of stuff. They weren't doing any of that in nature. This is all something artificial you're doing. That's all. Yeah. What's the motivation? I don't know.
We were telling you that. Because what happens when their willpower fades? They fall off. It's not about willpower. It's about discipline. How do we get discipline? Discipline comes through habits. Like, discipline is not something to where you get up and say, oh, I'm just a disciplined person. And nobody is a disciplined person from birth. How do we develop habits? In other words, if you bench press every Monday, train your chest every Monday.
By doing them, do you build up motivation or habits? Habits, they're instilled in you by your parents.
And it's not optional. Okay, this is my chest day. I do it if you don't even worry about motivation, don't even worry about, do I have the right playlist?
Yes, my chest day.
Oh, I forgot my wrist wraps. All this nonsense. My workout partner's not going to be there. No, you get in, you train. Okay? Here's what happens. If you just consistently set the habit of, I'm going to bench press every Monday, no matter what, even if you go, I barely have time to make it to the gym today. If you want to establish habits, you don't push it down and go, no, I can't make it. No, barring an accident, emergencies happen. We don't do that. We get in and do what we can. Because it's Monday. If your schedule says you bench press every Monday and you train chest, get to the gym for 10 minutes, and if all you can do is squeeze out one set of bench press, you got to be out of that gym in 15 minutes because your schedule got destroyed. Running late. You go and you do one set of bench press. Even if you had a full hour-long workout with 15 work sets scheduled from your coach, you do your one set of bench press and you get out. Why? because we're establishing the habit. Part of your fitness journey, you've decided that you start every morning off with a high protein breakfast, because that's what's helpful for your body composition. You do that every day, even if you don't want to eat it. Okay? Oh man, I don't want one of these egg whites or protein shake or this chicken breast that I do every morning. No, you do it. Even if you don't want to. Why? Because you establish your habit. Okay? The habits are what build discipline. Okay? So I want to be clear. If you don't feel like going to the gym or your schedule's busy, but Monday is chest and bench press day on your schedule, you get there and you do it. If it's a 10-minute workout, if you do one set of bench, go in and do it and leave. Because you build the habit. Habits are what get us to our goals. It's consistency, even if they're not always our best effort. At least you did it, and you maintain your routine and your habits. Eventually they become second nature. Eventually it gets to a point to where the idea of not bench pressing on Monday is a foreign concept. The idea of not eating a high protein meal for my first meal of the day becomes a foreign concept. You can't imagine not doing it. And when you reach those points, you no longer rely on motivation. Stop chasing motivation. Stop chasing hype.
Man, what is Blaha talking about? He's going on and on about motivation, hype, stop chasing it. I don't understand this video.
Stop chasing the new thing.
You don't need motivation when you're making money, okay? You probably need motivation to go to your slave job. And do you need motivation in a gym? Well, you're not making any gains in there, so what's going on? You probably need motivation. What is that? Motivation isn't going to build you any gains or get you rich or anything like that. There's no such thing as motivation. It never does work. The whole discipline thing is you've been disciplined when you were a kid. So I really don't know what he's talking about motivation. Motivation doesn't work. None of these things work. Do you need motivation to go to the gym? Well, you don't need motivation if you love something. But if you don't love something, you're definitely going to need motivation. Get it? That's why people try to give you, they sell you on motivation, because it's like, I don't really like to go to my job. Why? Nobody wants to go to work. They need motivation to go to work. Why? Because it sucks. It's labor. That's why. It's difficult. It's suffering. You need motivation to suffer. Do you need motivation to go to the gym? I know a lot of people that need motivation to go to the gym. They force themselves to go there. That's why they need motivation, because it's suffering. They don't want to do anything they really don't want to do anything physical. But because they're on the carbohydrate drug-induced diet, yes, they need that motivation, yes. They don't need it because they're on that drug diet.
Build your baseline habits and stick to them.
Oh, and they've been convinced that it's going to make them healthy. So yeah, you don't need motivation because you've been lied to. They told you exercise is going to make you healthy. Not.
No matter what. If Monday is your bench press day or your chest day, you find a way, barring an Armageddon or a hurricane or tornado stopping you, barring...
I'm not going if I don't want to go. I don't force my body to do anything. I go only when my body starts telling me to go. It allows me to go. I don't push. I don't force it.
That.
Yeah.
You get to the gym and you do it. Even if...
That's why he looks the way he does, diminished. Because he's forcing this stuff on his body.
It's not your full workout, even if you don't feel good.
Yeah, even if you don't feel good. Let me destroy myself. Let me see how fast I can destroy myself. Let me go to a gym. Okay.
Even if you need to take a deload day and use half.
Gyms don't do anything. They destroy you. They dismantle you. They they pull you apart. What are you talking about? Gyms don't build you up. They don't fix you. Food does. Money builds you. Money makes you look young, makes you look amazing. With money, you can eat as much as you want and all the best food. And you're going to develop into an amazing person. But if you go to the gym and become a lifting slave, you're going to destroy yourself. You're going to accelerate aging. You're going to fall apart. You're going to deteriorate faster than you're aging. And this is the byproduct of that. Look right here. This is going to be all of you. This is all of you sitting there in that chair talking about, I got to get motivated to go to the gym so I can destroy myself even further to see how fast I can deteriorate. What?
The weight you normally use.
Yeah. Okay.
Do it.
You do it, guys. Do it, guys, okay? Destroy yourself, yes, okay.
This allows us to bypass motivation because now we just work on habit. And when
See, you're working on habit. The habit of destroying yourself, yes, okay.
it becomes habit,
Becomes habit.
we'll do it forever.
You'll do it forever. You'll become a habit. It'll become a habit, and you'll do it forever. You're like a good little slave the good little slaves that all of you are. The good gym lifting slaves that all of you are. It'll become habit. You will go to work, and you will like it, and we will pay you minimum wage, and it will become habit. Okay, and you will enjoy and love it and like it. Okay.
All right, guys, but that's really all I have to say on that today.
It is,
I
isn't
hope
it?
it's been informative, and I'll talk to you guys and gals next time.
It has been informative. It told me that I better not do any of that. Okay, friends. Anyways, man, you tell me what you think about that. Like, subscribe, support the channel. I'll see you in the next one, friend.